Sup nerds, so in today's video we're going to be giving you my non-spoiler review on Superman. And let me give you a little spoiler, please go watch this movie. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, let's get into the video. But first, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and right into the notification bell. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. This movie is defined by humanity. And to say that as a sentence, it does not do it justice. This movie is so human. It just feels like it just grabs every aspect of being a human and what it means to be a human in today's society. I think a main concern for a lot of people is because James Gunn directed this movie, so he directed Guardians and the Suicide Squad, so is this movie able to fit up into Superman's shoes rather than it just being a kind of corny group of just bunch of goofy characters put together? Yes, it does a great job of putting Superman into the position he needs to be and telling his story and not making him like a Star-Lord or just like kind of just this goofy, corny guy. And we'll get to the corniness in a second, but it plays a factor that actually really works. But if you want to grasp how good this movie actually is rather than it just being, oh, this is great, this is my 9th or 8th favorite comic book movie of all time. That's up with Infinity War, The Batman, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, The Dark Knight, Endgame, Logan. It's all up there. It is not down in that lower half or like top 15. No, it is definitely in my top 10. Another part of this movie that I loved and was important to get right in this film was his journalism background and its impact to society. Obviously resembled through the popcorn bucket sitting up there. The way the media is perceived throughout society is really important to this film, and I think in the actual world we see that all the time, and it just shows how this can be manipulated and fixed and whatever, and that is something you gotta watch out for. Not just fake news, but manipulated news. One of my cons to this movie is that some parts of it are a little too goofy for me, but then you have a good contrast with the Justice Gang, which the Justice Gang is a little goofy, but also they're serious and they kill, and like it's not like you just have Superman, oh, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good. It shows the negative parts and that there's people in this universe that aren't Superman. They don't just, everybody does good all the time, everything's great. This movie got dark, which was really good, and there was a great contrast between the light and the dark. Doesn't seem like it at first, but Superman and the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of tone works together. And my only other con, which didn't really take me out of the movie at all, but sometimes some of the scenes, it just kind of felt like kind of a subplot. Like there was a lot kind of going on, so it was a lot to perceive. But I mean, at the heart of the story, you kind of can perceive everything that's going on. It's just kind of harder for like an older audience to process, oh, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that, here's this. And sometimes it's a lot, and sometimes we're just walking from one scene to another without it feeling like there's something important going on. But I mean, that's just kind of how movies work. Some parts of it are going to feel like that, but this movie kind of focuses on those a little bit too much, in my opinion, but it doesn't take away from how good the good moments really are. But I think a better way to analyze this movie is going by actor to actor or character to character, so let's go through them. Again, I'm going to bring up the Justice Gang. The Justice Gang was so much fun. Guy Gardner, I don't know if he is going to be the Green Lantern that's going to be in there for us, but he was a lot of fun, and I really like Nathan Fillion as him. He was fun. Hawk Girl, she wasn't in it a lot, but she was a lot of fun. Metamorpho, we'll get to him a little bit, but also Mr. Terrific. Having the actor who played Darwin play him was so good to see, and he was so much fun. He was one of my favorite parts of the movie, and he wasn't like a main character, but he felt like it, and it was really awesome to see him get the spotlight where he did not get that in X-Men First Class, I believe. But he did a fantastic job in that role. Next up, we have Krypto. I think at points he was a little much, but certain moments in the movie I was like, oh, that was fun that they included Krypto. I don't love him, but he's there, and some moments are fun and some moments are a little much. Now I want to get more in depth into Metamorpho. His story was just so heartbreaking. And little baby Joey, he was really cute. And I know studios keep putting these little babies into these movies to like get that aw factor from people, but I mean, it works and I don't blame him for it, and I don't think it takes away from the movie, and sometimes it adds to the movie. Now I want to get into the Daily Planet. Jimmy Olsen was a lot of fun. He just was so goofy, and just, I mean, it's Jimmy Olsen. He's just a nice little guy who just messes around. So, yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to him, but he was fun. Plus, I really liked Eve Teschmacher. She was really fun and just goofy, and, you know, it added something to the movie. I don't know if I loved it, but it was fun. It was funny. But the first Superman movie has a lot to do with journalism, and the Daily Planet in this movie just resembles that a lot, and it was really fun just seeing everybody run around and interact with each other and just show how crazy stuff happens. And there's parts in this movie where you're like, oh man, like, they are determined to get the story, and they are determined to be journalists. Like, they love what they do. But man, the casting in this movie was so good. Lois Lane is so amazing. Just seeing her interactions with Clark and with just everybody is just so cool, and it's so cool to see all the flaws in all these characters, especially the main three with Lois Lane, Superman, and Lex Luthor. Just seeing all their flaws and their good things, like how smart Lex is, how determined to be good Superman is, how just determined to get a great story and be a great journalist and be a great person Lois is. It's just so fun to see these characters interact with each other. But moving on to one of my favorite parts of this movie is Lex Luthor. He is so incredibly evil, and his hatred for Superman is so well developed. Lex is not evil to be evil. He's evil because of his envy, because of how smart he is. He thinks because he's smart, he deserves the world, not Superman, who just punches people. Which is fair, but he takes it too far. And then, the big man himself, David Cornsweet, as Superman. Or, as I would love to say, David Cornsweet is Superman. He does not just play Superman, he is Superman. You see interviews and everything, and you see the amount of effort and how much he loves this character, and man, how good of casting was that. And guess what? It's not like he's a no-name, but he is not in a lot of stuff. The dialogue in this movie just shows how human Superman is. This humanity story of imperfections and just doing good and showing that no matter who you're surrounded with or what you do, it's what you do next is the most important thing. You make mistakes, you make flaws, you get angry, and it shows how angry Superman is. He's strong, he can punch stuff, he can whatever, so of course he's gonna be angry, but he just wants to do good. He doesn't want to fill into this politics, and he doesn't want to get into that, but I mean, he has to, but he just, at the end of the day, no matter what he's faced with, he is good, no matter what, and that is just so perfect, so beautiful. People miss that with Superman. They just see this guy who's just all-powerful, and that's what they focus on. But James Gunn sees how human this character is, how he was sent to Earth not just to be its savior and its whatever because he's strong, but because he's the most human out of everybody. And not even the most human, the most to strive to be the best human he can be. And a lot of dialogue in this movie really goes into that, and really just is I was crying. I was tearing up. It's just so amazing. But if you look at just Ma and Pa Kent, he's just a country boy from Kansas. He's just a little kid, and he grows up, and he just wants to do good, and that's all he's ever known. So when he's faced with not good stuff, he just was, or if he makes a mistake, he wants to perfect it. He wants to fix that mistake. He doesn't go cry and pout. And even if he does, he goes for 2 seconds and then he's like, you know what? I'm not just going to sit here and dwell in this. I'm going to go fix it. And that is a mentality I try to stick with in my entire life. And that is why I love this character. Man, I didn't know I loved this character as much as I did until I saw this movie. Man, they did such a good job. Seeing how he's in this blue suit with these red boots and these red trunks over. The red trunks were a last-minute decision. Thank gosh they did that to show how he just wants to be a good guy, and that's all he's ever wanted to do. And man, I'm gonna go into a spoiler review and go into all the scenes and all the moments that I loved, but I just can't get over how much I love this movie. It is so good. Please go see it. Please go, sidebar, go see Jurassic World Rebirth. That's a lot of fun. And then please go see Fantastic Four First Steps on July 25th. And I'm going to go see it 24th, and we'll do a whole video on that. But this is about Superman, the most human alive. And yeah, I went to go see it with my family. It was so much fun. We went up and we saw it in IMAX and in AMC. I've never been to an AMC before, so that was a lot of fun. It just really felt like a movie theater. And go see these movies in the theaters so that we can keep these theaters alive, because it's really beautiful, and seeing it with people who love Superman it was a lot of fun. If you do enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit a right into the notification bell. And as always, have a fantastic day. And if you can't have a fantastic day today, have a super day tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, nerds!